Hello, this is Ashika. Now I am going to present about the data analysis results, that is business insights for online retail stores by using this Excel tool. Let's see. First, let's understand what are the key columns that this retail sales data set is having. It's having the information about the invoice number, stock code, distinct stock code, and description of the product, and quantity, invoice date, unit price, customer ID, and the country. Invoice number is nothing but it's one of the unique transaction ID for each product. If invoice number is started with a C, it means that particular transaction is cancelled. Okay, and as the stock code is nothing but it's one of the unique number that is assigned to each distinct product. And also description, it's like product, which product, the nominal is nothing but name of that product, that is description. And quantity, like how many product, the quantities of each product per transaction. And invoice date, the like date, time, transaction, that was particular transaction was generated. And also it's having the price for each product, and customer ID, and country where the delivery was taken. So this is the exact information this data set is having. And the next is the objectives, like what is the intention behind this retail data set analysis is to mainly identify the key sales trend and customer behavior, and also to provide insight to improve the business outcome, and also for this better strategic decision. Okay, the first and foremost step of any data analysis is to be data cleaning, like standardize. We need to standardize the data. If there are any blank values, duplicate values, or we need to change the type of the data, that kind of thing that we should do. Here you can see what exactly this retail uh, online retail sales data set is having. It's having the columns that I already have mentioned. What are the columns? Here you can, if you want to remove the duplicate value, simply you should select all the data set. Okay, then where is the duplicate value? Okay, simply you search the remove duplicate values. Okay, here you have an option that is remove duplicates. Already I have done. So if you want, you can click this. The all the duplicate values are there. If there are, it will going to remove and data will be filtered out. Okay, and the next is we need to handling the cancellation by flagging invoice and calculating their impact. Okay, already I have told that if the invoice number is started with C, like here you can see. Okay, here the invoice number is started with C, it means particular transaction is cancelled. Okay, I need to now, my task is to flag, cancellation flag. I need to identify this cancellation flag. For that I have used the formula, like if formula. Okay, if here you can see this formula, if logic test is nothing but, again I have used left is another function. Here from the left, if A2 is a text. Okay, and from first letter is equal to another C if it is equal to C, then you should print 1. Other, if value is true, you should print 1, otherwise you print 0 or else 0. This is exactly the formula logic behind this if formula. So like that, it has filtered out wherever the sorry, wherever the invoice number is started with C, it has printed 1. Here you can see. This is how I have filtered the cancellation flag. This is the first task. Next thing is we need to analyze the sales performance, like top 5 product by revenue and the quantity by the pivot table. Okay, and also here the cancellation flag in the last task, after identifying the what are the after filtering the cancellation transaction and also the non cancel transaction, I need to calculate the total sales for the cancellation. Okay, for that, first I need to calculate the sales value. Sales value is nothing but when we will multiply price by quantity, we get the revenue, nothing but the sales value, right? So similarly, I have calculated the sales value for each transaction simply by multiplying this price into the quantity column. Here I have used ABS is nothing but it's a absolute formula. If there are negative value, it will going to give a positive only. So that's why I have used some here, because in some quantities are negative. That's why I have used absolute value. Sales value, I got a sales value for each transaction. Again, I need to calculate total sales value for the cancellation only. Here I have sorted the cancellation transaction. Okay, now I need to calculate sum the sales value. Okay, sum of sales value. For that I have used sum function I can directly use, but here one more condition is there. That's why I have used sum if function. Okay, sum if, here you can see sum if sum range, which is the sum range. I need to sum the sales value, that is a sum range, right? That is sum range. Okay, comma criteria range. What is the criteria? Here our criteria is to be we need to do the cancellation flag. If the B1 to criteria range, you need to take the criteria from this column cancellation flag. That's why I have given that. And next, what is the criteria? Criteria, if it is 1, then only you should sum if only the cancellation flag is 1. That means you should sum only the cancellation transaction. That exactly what the this logic behind this sum if function that I have used here. Okay, after that, after this applying this formula, I got this figure as the total sales of the cancellation. Okay, next task is to analyze the sales performance. Like I need to identify top 5 product by revenue and quantity. Okay, for that I have used, simply I have used the pivot table. Here you can see uh, table. Simply I have from this data set, I click the insert, go to this pivot table. Then I got this pivot table. Here in the pivot table field labels, and the row column I have taken the product name, and the value column I have taken the revenue column. Then again I want what sum. That's why I have given sum. If we have option like average, minimum, max kind of thing, I want sum. That's why I given sum. Then I got product wise this sum revenue. Okay, but I want only the top 5 product. Again I have filtered that by showing the only the top by option, like by choosing only I want the top 10, top 5 product. Okay, similarly for the quantity, for the row level I have taken the product name. For value, in the value column section I have taken the quantity. Again sum, it will going to give the product wise quantity. Again I want top 5, that I have given the filter, and I have plotted this graph, that is bar graph I have plotted. Here you can see manual has the highest product by revenue, like 5 lakh 140,000 something, and it was followed by this I think, okay, this is Regency Packard 3 tire, that is like that. This is the top 5 product by revenue, but top 5 product by quantity is white hanging hard tea light holder. Okay, it's having 57,632 units. Okay, followed by this is World War II glitters assisted designs. This is the next product by quantity. Okay, this is how we need to find out how the top 5 product by revenue and also the quantity. This is exactly what I have pasted here. Here you can see the top 5 product by revenue and the quantity. And next task is we need to find, that is a pricing strategy analysis. Like I need to determine the average unit price for each product. Okay, nothing but per item, and also identify the items whose unit price is above 19 percentile. So in order to find out this, I need to do the task stepwise. Is it not? Like first I need to find out the average price for each item. Okay, for that I will use pivot table. Okay, or also we can use average if function, but it this data is 5 lakh rows something, so it will take huge time. Sometimes this excel is become stuck sometimes. That's why I have used pivot table. It's too easy and more efficient. So in pivot table, I need to calculate the average price for each item, followed by I need to find out the 19 percentile value price. What is the exact price of 19 percentile? Again, I need to filter out the items, nothing but the product whose the average price is above that particular 19%. This is exactly how we need to do. Here we can see I have already done. Yes, here for 19%, first I need to calculate by using this pivot table. I have calculated the average price for each item by stock code, is nothing but the product wise. And the here you can see the field show field list. Okay, here in the rows column I have taken the stock code, in the value column I have taken the price only. Here you can see I have taken price, but I want the average. That's why here by clicking this I want average. That's why I have taken the average. Now here this pivot table shows the product wise average price, nothing but each per item average price for each item. Now my task is to find out the 19% value. For that I have used the formula, that is the percentile inc something formula is there. Here you can see percentile inc, the range that I want to calculate the price, that is this is the average price range, right? Okay, and also the value, here you can see percentile array, and also the k value means you want which 90 percentile mean 9 0.9. Okay, 100 percentile means 1, like 80 percentile means 0.8, like that. I need to 50 percentile means 0.5. This is the k value. I have assigned, I want 90 percentile, that's why 0.9. Then I got this 19 percentile price value as a 7.97. Okay, now my task is to find out here I have calculated that now I need to categorize the uh, product, nothing but the stock code whose average price is above that 7.97 value. Okay, for that I have used if function, simply if function. If here you can see how I have used this. If the logic test is nothing but if this average price range is there, no, it is if this average price first row, this is, if it is greater than this 19 percentile value, okay, then you should print above, otherwise you should print below. Is nothing but value if it is true. Value if true means if this 0.96 is greater than this value, that is 7.97, then if it is true then you should print above, otherwise you should print false. Okay, this is exactly the formula that I have used here. This is the this 19 percentile value is fixed to all the rows, right? That's why I have freeze this particular row. Okay, that's why I have used dollar symbol. This is exactly the formula behind this the logic behind this formula. Accordingly, this has been printed. Simply by double clicking I got this it has calculated for the remaining rows. Here you can see this 0.96 is below this 7.97, right? That's why it's printed below. Here you can see the above value also it has printed. Nice. This 8.67, it is greater than 7 point what's that exact 7.97, right? That's why it has printed above. Here you can see 12.07 is greater than 7.97, that's why it has printed above. So like that it has filtered the average price for each stock code which is above 90 percentile and below 90 percentile. So this is exactly I have given here how. So from this analysis we could do the pricing strategy, like majority of the products are majority of the products are low priced. It means most of the items have an average unit prices between 8 rupees to 20 rupees. It means there is a strong focus on the affordable, like mass market products kind of thing. And also highly skewed price distribution we could see. Like highly skewed means a small number of items have very high average prices, like pulling overall average upward. Like right skew distribution we could say, it's not a normally distributed, because the if we plot the distribution, we will get that kind of right skew distribution kind of plot. Okay, and also the core revenue volume likely come from the low priced as high frequency item. Here we could observe that like low below 19% values are more than the above 19% value, right? So it means low value but high frequency of the items. Okay, major source of the revenue is like, but high priced products may need to be separate, like premium categories analysis also it required. But high product prices are there, but it's a less frequent. Okay, and also the outlier validation like pricing or quantity issue may be there, but pricing strategy appears value oriented with selective premium offerings. Okay, this is a that's insight that we could provide from this. And also like with selective premium offerings we could do that accordingly in the strategy we should do. Next thing is the customer analysis. Here our task is to identify the top 10 customer by total spending, is nothing but their total expenditure. According to the total expenditure we need to do sort the customers. Okay, here you can see how I do that simply by okay, customer id and the top total amount of spent. I have used pivot table. In the pivot table field for the row that I have used this customer id as the row. Then for the value I have taken the amount spent, that is total expenditure that I want the total for customer id wise. That's why I have summed up. So this is how this pivot table has given this customer id wise total spent it has given. And again I want top 10, again I have given the filter like top, I want top 10 by total spent. So this has given like from this no high value customers are identified, like spending pattern is fragmented as no high value customers are identified. It means all customers show relatively low total spending. Okay, it means there is an absence of premium like our enterprise customers in this data set. And also spending pattern is fragmented. It means revenue is distributed across many customers with small purchase value, like rather than this what say concentrated in a few. Okay, and also low customer lifetime value. It means the observed spending level suggests like limited like repeated purchase or low transaction sizes. And also the retention over acquisition strategy is what strategy that we could imply from this analysis is like increasing spend from the existing customers will be more effective than the acquiring new ones. Okay, and also need for the customer engagement program as of course loyalty rewards like discount product recommendation, like this kind of strategies may helpful to retain the existing customers for the long time. The next thing task is to the temporal sales trend. Okay, temporal sales trend is our task is to identify the monthly sales trend. For that have used this plotted this graph, trend line graph I have plotted. Here you can see in the excel only. Here exactly. For that I have used pivot tables. Here you can see what are the field that I have selected. As sorry, huh, as for the year for the row value I have selected years. Okay, years and this 1 minute. Okay, for the row value I have selected years, and also the value I have taken the sum of sales. Okay, sum of sales that I want. So this is the field values. And also I have plotted this trend line to see like the trend, what exactly the temporal sales trend. Here you can see. In the x-axis, I have taken the year month. In the y-axis, I have taken the total sales, like month-wise year also is there, okay, 2010. So year month wise, I got the total sales. Okay, here you can see the graph, the trend line. It is stable. Okay, it is stable up to the July, we can say. Okay, it is stable up to the July. From July onwards, it's shown an increasing trend. Here you can see, but it shows a sharp spike, that is a sudden increase in the sales in the month of November. Okay, then again it shows a sharp fall in the trend total sales during the December month. Okay, let's analyze this. Like it shows a clearly seasonality with relatively stable performance from Jan to the August. Okay, then again strong upward movement from September to November, from the September to the November. Okay, then indicating like there is a peak demand period. Okay, November records the highest sales, suggesting successful promotion. Is November is because of, maybe this is the highest total sales, like because of the successful sales promotion. Actually this November is a month of festival, like Deepavali kind of month. Okay, that may be also a reason. And also the year ending buying, maybe that kind, that may be the reason for this highest sales. And again there is a short drop in the December sales because of it may because of the incompleted, or also because of the stock constraints or post peak demand shutdown, maybe slowdown maybe. Okay, this is how this total sales per month we could analyze. Okay, next task is to the geographical insights, is nothing but like country wise I want the total sales. Okay, country wise transactions per country. Okay, not the total sales, that what are the how number of transaction per country. So again I have used pivot table, like in the row I have taken the country, in the value section I have taken the invoice. Okay, now I don't want the sum of the invoice or average of the invoice, but I want the count of invoice. Okay, that thing also I have done. And again it has shown that geographical insight, like country wise transaction per country it has given. So here you can see how I have exactly done. Country count of invoice that I have given. So from this we could say United Kingdom dominates with 4,85,852 transactions, accounting for the vast majority of the activity. Then followed by ERI, that is Ireland, and Germany, France are the next highest contributor, but their transaction counts are much smaller compared to this UK. Okay, and most of the other countries have fewer than 3,000 transaction, indicating like a long tail low activity region. Here you can see lesser than 3,000. Okay, these are all fall under less than 3,000 transaction. Okay, and there are few countries marked up unspecified or blank, which may need to be data. Like here you can see blank values, it should not come. It's because of some I do mistake in the data analysis, like cleaning step only. Okay, business focus should prioritize. So from this analysis, we could infer that business focus should prioritize the UK for marketing and retention and operation efficiency, and emerging market like this Ireland and Germany and France offer opportunities for the growth with the targeted campaigns. Okay, and next is the product return rate. Here we need to find out the product return rate. Before that I need to know what is the exact simple formula for the product return rate. Return rate is nothing but total return divided by total return quantity and total ordered quantity, that should multiplied by 100. Okay, for that I need to find out the product wise total return quantity for each product, and also the total order quantity for each product. That figure should be multiplied by 100. Okay, that is exactly this. I have calculated this. Here you can see. Yes. Um, Here I have used the pivot table, a sum of return quantity and sum of order quantity for each row level is nothing but it's a stock code, is nothing but product. It's a unique for each product now. So it's nothing but product wise. I want sum of return quantity and order quantity. Now I want to calculate this return rate. Here you can see simply I formula is this return quantity should divided by order quantity, right? Okay, this is the formula for the return rate. But here one problem is there. Here you can see the return quantity, some for some product is 0, some for some product the order quantity is 0. In that cases it will going to give different results, like sometimes infinity, like 0, some kind of thing it will go. So that's why I have used another like condition inside that, like if this sum of return quantity is less than or equal to 0, and also the sum of order quantity is less than or equal to 0, you should print 0. Okay, otherwise then only you should do the calculation, like divide the return quantity and also the ordered quantity. Like that I have used this exact logic behind this if formula. Accordingly I have calculated the return rate for each product. Okay, here you can see the returns are from this we could say like returns are not evenly distributed. It means a small proportion of product is typically accounts for a large share of total returns. Okay, and most products performs well. It means the majority of the products maintain low return rates, indicating the acceptable quality and the customer satisfaction. Okay, and as a high return rate, like which signals the hidden cost. It means products with the elevated returns increases logistic handling, reverse supply chain cost, reducing margins kind of thing. And also the product quality and expectation alignment also matters. And also data driven prioritization is quite essential, like focusing on improvement of efforts on the high return items, delivery like items, and delivers the better return rate than the blank intervention. Okay, that kind of that kind of is what decision we would do. So product quality and expectation alignment is the most important. Like high return often reflect like issues, maybe like defects in the product, misleading description, or any specification mismatch or packaging damage. These are the issues that we need to find accordingly for the products whose return rate is high. And next task is the segment market segmentation, like into high, low and medium based on the total expenditure for each customers. So for that I need to do the customer id wise total expenditure. First I need to calculate. Okay, by using this pivot table I have calculated customer id wise total expenditure. Then for the segmentation I want the range, right? To categorize the customer into a different categories, nothing but the different market segments. I want the range, like this part up to this particular total expenditure, and they will fall under this category, kind this category. Okay, for that I have used to make this category like quartile function I have used. Here you can see I want a quartile dot inc is a function where this is the total expenditure is the range, this is the array, and the quart is 1. I want first quart, second quart and third quart. For any segmentation, if I want to connect from one table to another table, obviously we will use the VLOOKUP function, right? So exactly I use the VLOOKUP function to categorize this or segment the customers. Okay, for that first I have prepared this VLOOKUP table. Like if the value is 0, like I have considered doesn't given this low value like 285, I simply give 0, it means low. It's 656, it's medium. If the total expenditure is equal or greater than 1648, it they fall under the high. Okay, that kind of VLOOKUP table I have created. Here you can see VLOOKUP formula. Simply first you should see VLOOKUP lookup value, that it means the value that you want to search. That is, this is the total expenditure value, right? The value that I want to search in the lookup table, that is this value. And next is table array, nothing but the lookup value where you want to search. I want to search in this range, that is a lookup value. Okay, and the column index, that is the what value you want to return. That's column index. This is the first index, this is the second index, right? I want second index to be written in the this resulting array, and the that's row. So that's why I given the 2, and true is it means exact match, or you want or approximate want, that I want exact match, that is true. I have given this is exactly, that's true. And next is the low. It means if error, again I have used the another formula like counter, that is if error, because when I use the only the VLOOKUP formula, I got error for some value. So that's why I have used error. If anything error occurs, you simply put that value into a low category. That's what I have the exact logic behind this formula. After that I got these results. We look up like it will going to segment the customers based on their total expenditure value by searching the values in this lookup value. Okay, here you can see low, medium, high values, medium, then low category of the, it will going to categorize the customers. Okay, from this we could infer that high value customers like contribute disappropriate share of revenue, like even though they represent a smaller portion of customer base. And also medium value customer form the growth segment with a strong potential to be upgraded into a high value customers through target engagement. Okay, and also low value customers account for high value but low revenue, like they are infrequent purchase or low because of the low basket size. And revenue risk is concentrated in high value customers, making the retention critical for the business stability. Okay, and also we need the strategies like personalized strategies which helps in the improves the outcomes, like different spending segments respond to the different, like uh, according to the segments we need to fix the prices, like they will respond different to the different prices, like loyalty communication approaches, this kind of strategy that we should implement. As a segmentation enables like efficient resource allocation, allowing marketing and servicing effort focus where they generate the highest returns. So this is the insights. And at the last is the dashboard, like online retail analysis dashboard. Here you can see this is the dashboard. Here I have given a pivot table like product wise total sales, country wise total sales. Okay, and also this sum of total sales, number of invoices, and average sales per transaction. I also have given the slicer that you want to filter, you can do by the product wise. If you want to see only this particular product, accordingly it will going to change. Okay, if you want to see this product for particular date and time, you can see this is exactly the number of invoice of that particular date, average of sales, average sales per ton, sum of total sales, product name, and the country wise sales by this date. Okay, if you don't want to, you can remove that. Okay, this is exactly this interactive dashboard helps. So this is the dashboard. So thank you.